So, tonight, if you haven't started homework, I would definitely start just because of Gasparilla. But if you're having a boring weekend like me, who cares? Today, we're doing the map. Tomorrow, you have a vocab quiz on 1 through 10. And I'm starting our lecture on the Industrial Revolution tomorrow. I'm pretty excited about it. I love this stuff. This is actually, like, relevant to our lives, so that's nice. Monday, you have 11 through 20 in primary. Please make sure you're ready to go. Tuesday, 21 through 30, map and primary are due. So whatever we do not finish today in class, even though hopefully you see we're getting right to it, I'm going to go pretty quick, which can go either way with you people, is going to need to be completed. All right. This is the front of the map. Do the best you can. Do not lose your minds. We'll be fine. This is the back of the map. I warned you. Here we go. Alright, let's draw some boxes first. We need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we're just going to start labeling United States. 1783. Louisiana Purchase. Who was the president in charge for the Louisiana Purchase? Jefferson. Good. Ceded by Great Britain. 1888. 1818, not 1888. That'd be crazy. Treaty with Spain. What do you think we get in the treaty with Spain? Yes. And that's 1819. Okay, annexation of Texas. Who did we get them from? Mexico. They're the only state in the Union that can secede at any moment because they have the permission to do it. Protected in their treaty. Agreement with England. (1846), and then ceded by Mexico. 1848. Does anyone know what we're getting in that? San Antonio is in Texas. Yes, California is what we're getting. And then the Gadsden Purchase is 1853. Which is south. Alright, so do the best you can. You're going to be fine. Alright, we're going to draw a little squiggle. We're going to start up in Maine and going to work our way down. So we're going to draw a little squiggle here. We'll label it later. Maine joins the Union in 1820. Okay. They have a little squiggle here, and it goes up. Okay. Next to Maine, shares their border, is going to be Vermont, which I'm going to label VT. And that's going to be 1791 is when it joins the Union. Okay. Next to Vermont, we have the great state of New Hampshire. This is one of my favorite places in the whole wide world. New Hampshire. Do the best you can. It doesn't need to be perfect. Okay, we'll come back to that. We'll go up to Vermont again. Great state of Massachusetts. With the best football team in the nation. It's fine. Rhode Island is right here. Connecticut is right here. Right here. Well, that's a little bit bigger than it should be, but that's fine. What island is that? It's a Long Island. What island do you think it is? Wow, look at you people putting it together. Nice. Okay, from here goes up. This is Delaware. Okay, we're going to go back up here. These are where the craziest fans come from. This is Pennsylvania. Okay. This is going to be Virginia. This is North Carolina. South Carolina, which when you're driving through never ends. Can we just agree? Georgia. Florida. And this joins the Union 1845. This is Ohio, and this joins in 1803. Here's Michigan. This joins in 1837. Here's Indiana. Which joins in 1816. Here's Kentucky. Not my best Kentucky, I'm not gonna lie. 1792. Tennessee. 1796. Of course, next to Georgia, we've got Alabama, which joined in 1819. We have the Mississippi. And then at this point, Louisiana is pretty damn small, and that's 1812. Arkansas, 1836. Okay, we're going to leave it hanging out there for a sec. We're going to draw in Wisconsin. Actually, I'm going to draw in Illinois first. And then Wisconsin next. (1846). Then you have Illinois. Okay, and then we have Arkansas. Right here we have this is Iowa up top. Then we have Missouri. Missouri is 1821. Iowa is 1846. Okay. I'm so proud of you. You people weren't so miserable. How does it look? Does it look anything like mine? That's funny. All right, here we go. So we're going to go to the West Coast. We're going to draw California. California looks like California today. Okay, that's not my best California. And that becomes part of the Union in 1850. Above it, we have the Oregon Territory. We have the Utah Territory. And over here, we have the unorganized territory. We have the Indian Territory here. Don't worry, that's going to move like 15 times. This is where they originally dropped off. They were originally dropped here at the end of what walk? Trail of Tears, there you go. Texas is right here. That becomes part of the Union in 1845. And we have one more little squiggle. We're going to draw in the great state of Minnesota. Has anyone ever called Minnesota the great state? Alright, so let's start coloring and then we'll label a couple of things with our colors. Here we go. For me, I'm going to make the United States as of 1783 my blue. And it is going to be from Wisconsin to Illinois, down around Kentucky, down by Mississippi, skipping Louisiana, of course. Do not go to Florida. And then go up. And here we go. Remember to quickly color. It doesn't need to be perfect, but it does need to be fully, completely colored in. Okay, so everything's colored in. It's not perfect, but it's all colored in, we can tell. Louisiana Purchase for me is going to be in pink. This is going to be the single largest addition to the United States. I'm going to start up by Oregon. Okay, I'm going to draw some squiggles here. I'm going to go way over here. I'm not going to color in Texas, but I am going to go to Louisiana. Minnesota is not going to be colored in yet. That will be coming in later, but I am going to go all the way to the blue. Do not color in Florida yet. So Louisiana Purchase is going to be the first test of presidential power. Do presidents have what authority and how much? Jefferson says he did, so he bought it for like 10 million or something. All right. So next I'm going to do the annexation of Texas in 1845. For me, it's going to be this red color, just because it's kind of funky. There you go. Kind of funky. Alright, now I'm going to do the Gadsden purchase. For me is going to be purple. It's just a little territory at the very bottom. Okay, I'm now going to do the Oregon territory, which is an agreement with England. We get this from Canada. Well, the English controlled Canada. We got it from them. There you go. And then I'm going to take green and ceded by Mexico 1848. Okay, look how much damn territory they gave us. I think we can all agree they probably regret it. They had to give it to us because, you know, Mexican-American War. But, I mean, damn, that's a lot of territory. True, not true? Try building a wall around that. That'd be a hell of a wall.
Just surround ourselves with
That'd be crazy. Alright, and then Minnesota is going to be ceded by Great Britain 1818. For me, it's going to be this, like, purpley color. Purpley blue color, I guess, and that's Minnesota. And then treaty with Spain, of course, is what great state? Florida. There you go. Alright, for your coloring outside the lines and all that stuff, your Bronson, I guess you can keep it with oceans everywhere. For the rest of us, why don't you put some green above the United States over here. Off the coast of Texas, why don't you draw your landmass here? And of course, you've got your Gulf of Mexico, which is way bigger than it should be in relation, but that's fine. And of course, off the coast of California, you have the Pacific. There you go. There you go. You've got 30 seconds to finish up. Because I'm going to flip to the other side, which is a pain to do. I'm even coloring in some Great Lakes over here. Whew. I actually don't really know the Great Lakes that well. 15 seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Flip it over. Okay, so, oh, it would be better if I had a blank map. Alright, so, what you're going to do, this is how the map should lay. Obviously, this is England, this is Spain. Yeah? Every year I always have kids do maps wrong, and I don't understand how they didn't notice the shapes. So we're going to put our boxes up. You only need 4 for this one. So major, industrial areas. Then you have railroad lines by 1850. Is that pre or post Civil War? Pre. I think that's a good way to kind of keep information when you're learning about stuff, especially in other places of the world, compared to what's going on here in the United States, because you should have some background knowledge on what's going on here in the United States from previous study, right? So always compare it back to what's happening in the world, 1776 to 1861. You know, pre-Civil War, United States. All right, so, hi, darling. Can you pass that to Sarah for me? Thank you, darling.
No problem, everyone.
You too. All right, so I'm going to do iron ore fields first. Do the best you can. If it doesn't go well, at least you tried. It's going to be good. All right, so iron ore for me is going to be blue. I have a marker, so I'm going to use a marker. I'm going to start in England. I guess we should label. Let's label first. This isn't going to be fun. All right, here we go. Let's label first. I don't know why I didn't do it in the first place. We're going to draw a line. This is Sweden. This is Norway. Okay, Denmark is right here. We have the North Sea. We have Atlantic Ocean. All right, here we go. So London is located right here. Right here we have Birmingham. Liverpool is right here. Why should you know Liverpool? Okay. Also the Beatles. That's where they're from. But soccer, that also makes perfect sense. Manchester is right here. Okay. Glasgow is way up here. Obviously, this is all part of Great Britain. There we go. Okay, this is the Netherlands. Right here is going to be Brussels, which I'll be seeing this summer, which is pretty damn exciting. Right here is Paris. Right here is Belgium. This is obviously France. Lyon. France. Marseille is way over here. Over here, we have Barcelona. Madrid. Obviously, we're in Spain. Lisbon is right over here. It's Portugal. Okay, this is your Mediterranean Sea, obviously. Okay, we're going to start at Naples in Italy. We got Rome. It's a little too close to the center. Coastline, that's fine. Florence is right here. Venice is way over here. Milan is right here. Munich. Frankfurt. This is obviously your German Federation. Okay, we got Berlin right here. This area is going to be called Saxony. Over here is Bohemia. Vienna is right here. We've got Buda. And we have Pest right here. They're right next to each other. Today they're just known as Budapest. They unified the cities. Austrian Empire is here. Of course, this is your Ottoman Empire, because they're still kicking it. Alright, this is your Baltic Sea. This is Prussia, which no longer exists. This is Poland, which does exist. Warsaw is right here. Then we have Breslau, Breslau. We have Cacao, Crakakow. And of course we've got Russia, way over here. Oh my god, guys, I'm so proud of you. Alright, now I'm going to do my iron ore fields. Iron ore is required for industrialization. Without it, you can't build your machines, you can't build your railroads, you can't do anything. Do the best you can. It doesn't need to be perfect. If I do not finish this with you today, I'm going to start this side of the map with my next class. Okay? So, we have one dot by Glasgow, outside just north of London. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. And over here, we've got 1. Okay? So, over in France, we've got 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Over by Lyon, we've got 1, 2, 3. Over here, we've got 1, 2, 3. Barcelona, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Over here, 1, 2, 3. And one little dude way over here. Okay, heading over towards Belgium. I've got 1, 2, 3. Outside Frankfurt, 1, 2. Outside Munich, 1, 2, 3. Breslau, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Outside Warsaw, 1, 2, 3. Grab. 2. Okay, so that's all of your iron ore deposits in Europe. I'm going to use orange as my coal fields. Coal fields are where we are harvesting coal. Coal is going to be used to do everything. We're going to heat homes with it. We're going to run factories on it. We're going to do everything on it. Without coal, you have no fire. Without no fire, you have no electricity. None of that. All of that is based on it. So if you don't have coal, you cannot become a powerful, modern, industrialized city. It is impossible. So every single thing is going to depend on coal production. If you don't have coal, you cannot grow. What are we seeing right now about England? They have a lot of coal. Okay, so if you have a lot of coal, guess what that allows you to do? A lot of stuff. Okay, the more you have, the easier it is. Okay, so I'm going to go to Spain first and work our way through. Here we go. What are we noticing about Spain? It has a lot of coal in its northern regions. What are we noticing about France? It has a lot of coal. Just wait, we're going to start getting wild here in a second. Okay, over by Berlin. Okay. Okay. So I think we can agree after doing this map, there's a lot of coal in Europe. Can we agree? But it's in a few places, not all the places. Like, for instance, Italy has neither coal nor iron ore. Nothing below has it. So, are they going to develop fast or slow? Slow. Alright, railroads for me are going to be green. If you thought dots were annoying, you're not ready for lines. Here we go. So, I'm going to start in England like we have been doing. Do the best you can. It doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, so I'm going to start in London and work my way out. Okay, so, of course, we know that railroads are used for people transportation, but more importantly, they're used for what? Resources. Resources. Gold would be great if everyone had gold. Can we agree? Not everyone has gold. Clearly, Europe doesn't have that much of it anymore because they're going to have been harvesting for quite some time. Where are you noticing these lines are going to? They're going to all of the resources, correct? They're trying to connect all of the resources. They're trying to make it easier to access these places. Okay, so what is clearly a top priority for England? Resources. It's about getting those resources to where they're needed. Okay, so let's start at Paris. Okay, Brussels. Just going to have that. Then from Brussels, I'm going to just draw my line from Brussels to Berlin. Get that out of the way. Okay. Barcelona is going to go like that. Going to Madrid. Okay, so the more railroads a country has means the more economically powerful as well as wealthy. So looking at these countries, which one is going to be the most economically powerful? Great Britain for sure. Look at all those damn railroads we drew in. Okay, so Great Britain is the most powerful because it's the first one to industrialize, which means for a good amount of time, everyone's buying their goods from Great Britain. Vienna. Train goes to Venice. Random one here. offshoot here. Vienna to Budapest. Florence to Gosselin. Okay, what country that is very rich in resources? What two countries that are very rich in resources have very little trains or no trains? Spain. France has a little bit, but Spain and Poland, can we agree Poland's super heavy rich? Okay, that's going to play a huge impact later. So I'm going to grab blue. And we're going to do our major field, our major industrial centers. Okay? So these are places that are going to look like our modern day cities. Massive buildings, massive factories. It's going to be way dirtier than they are now. But this is where people are living lives like we would think they are. Remember, this is 1850. Okay, so, I mean, this is not that long ago. But some people are literally living very traditional lifestyles, as in farming and doing all of that stuff. So, your major industrial centers are going to be, of course, Glasgow, right in the middle of England, and, of course, around London. Major industrial centers are going to be Brussels is going to be a major hub. Over here, as you can see, there's a bunch of resources right there. Paris is also going to be a big industrial center. You can see that Paris, France is not really...
Morning, teachers and students. Just a reminder that we're on our fall schedule today.
Why?
Marine assembly taking place during homeroom. When the bell rings, all students should report to homeroom.
I have a junior homeroom. Why can't I have a sophomore homeroom? Okay. So, other industrial centers, as you're going to see, we're going to start seeing some in Germany. Germany is going to become a major industrial power here. They're going to become a major industrial power, which is why they're going to be blamed and really start World War I. Okay, and that's it. There's your map, guys. So, who is going to be the most economically dominant, most powerful nation in the world when the Industrial Revolution starts? Great Britain. They're the ones who start it. They're the ones who run it. There you go. Nice job, guys. Make sure you color in your water. Make sure you color in your land. There you go. We got a lot done. So proud. You guys didn't complain like at all. Does it look anything like mine?